This is Sarah Sipker.
And this is Carter Kovarna.
And you're listening to
The Roar.
We oftentimes may wonder what's going through other people's heads. When it comes to teenagers, this question seems to become more curious. But what goes through a teenager's head isn't different than what goes through the minds of any other person. They have questions themselves and answers to questions you wouldn't even think to ask. Today for The Roar, we have Grace Friel and Carter Kovarna answering questions from a New York Times article that provokes the question, what do we think?
Hi, I'm Carter.
I'm Grace.
How would you like to help our world?
I want to help the less fortunate. And then,
That's
Carter
lame.
doesn't laugh, too.
That's really lame.
I'm sorry.
Alright, what are your personal superstitions?
Well, I had one, 6th grade year for our AAU volleyball team. Me and one of my friends, whenever someone else, the other team, one of the girls was serving, we'd, sing a song or, wiggle our fingers, and then they'd miss it, so that was, our superstition.
So you'd punk them?
What?
Anyway, so when I was a young lad of 13 or so, I would cry constantly any day, any night before a big day, like if I was about to have a funeral, a day before a funeral, I would cry the night before.
The day of, too?
I cried then, but also I cried the night before because that would usually mean stuff didn't go well. There was one thing. It was the sudden wedding that I didn't know we were going to that next day where I cried. Next week they broke up. So my tears are magical, is what I'm saying.
When you cry, bad things happen.
When I cry, bad things don't happen.
You cried when they broke up, then how is that a good thing?
I said I didn't cry.
Oh.
Didn't cry because it was so sudden.
You weren't able to cry.
I wasn't able to cry the night before.
But if you cry before a funeral, the person's already dead, so how are you helping?
Well, the family won't be broken up.
Alright. Okay.
So that's really it to this story.
What would you risk your life for?
Dang.
This can be as stupid or as serious as you want it to be.
I don't know. Also, I would die to a bear or something, not really risking. I would die for science. I totally would. They're
Do an experiment on you?
Either that or you have to go to Mars. You're not going to make it back for sure. But where you're going there, I would go. That's cool.
I would, yeah. I see what you mean.
I'd rather die for science than die by doing nothing.
So, not your family? You wouldn't risk your life for them?
Yeah, screw those guys.
What
Mars
have they done
is
for
sweet.
me?
I don't know what I would risk my life for.
I'm
it's
a
kind
very
of a serious thing to think about, but
I'm not a very selfless person. Very selfish. Isn't it weird how those two words
sound a lot alike?
But they're completely different?
It's amazing how suffixes work.
Thank you for listening, and tune in again next time to The Roar.